Prince Harry bypassed the normal risk assessment by RMB Risk Management Board. Security appeal.
The third strand is the nature of the information and analysis that RAVEC gets when making decisions. And here we know that the RMB considers threat. So that's Mr. Hipgrave's first statement, paragraph 61. And we also know that this is different from what is contained in the threat assessment, because what the RMB is doing is getting those documents and analysing them. And we get that from Mr. Hipgrave's first statement, paragraph 57, where he says that the RMB gets the threat assessment. It's not their job to, as he puts it, and I'm quoting, question or second guess the assessment level, end quotation. Instead, what he does, or it's what the RMB does, is analyse the information to, and I quote again, reach an overall view of the threat potential. With that being, he says, a judgment and evaluative exercise rather than a mechanistic one. Now, the reason I mention all of this, and those quotes are from paragraph 61, is we'll come back to the difference in the closed session in detail between what the RMB does and what the so-called bespoke process involves. But what you can see from Mr. Hipgrave's first statement, paragraphs 57 and 61, is it's not just the information that matters, it's who is analysing it. Because under the RMB process, the RMB is analysing it. We know now, under the bespoke process, that it's RAVEC that's analysing it. And that's a point that I will return to. Mr. Hipgrave also says, importantly, at paragraph 20 of his second statement, which is supplementary page 163, he says, and I quote, that the RMB analysis is qualitatively different from a threat assessment. So it's not enough just to have the threat assessment, because first of all, you have the RMB's analysis, but then he's going on to say that that is itself qualitatively different. And in paragraph 31 of Mottram 2, which is supplementary page 152, he notes that the RMB process, and I quote, is focused on the wider issue of risk, not just threat. So this is all in the context of what is it that RAVEC gets when it's going through the normal RMB process. So we know that RMB considers threat, and we know what it's bringing to the table when it's considering threat. It's the analysis, and it's the qualitative difference in that analysis. The second thing the RMB considers is impact. And that's Mr. Hipgrave's first statement, paragraph 62, supplementary page 94. And there are a range of factors that go into impact, and I will come back to that.
It's Britain's Prince Harry versus Britain's government in a rare public appearance at the Court of Appeals in London. From birth through most of his life, the Duke of Sussex, as a working royal, automatically received blanket personal police security. In February 2020, that was downgraded to a case-by-case basis after he stepped down. He and his wife Meghan then cited privacy concerns and the desire to be financially independent. Now, in day 2 of 2 at the Royal Courts of Justice, Harry says he also left the country because of that security downgrade. He's called it unjust.
To the same protection.
His lawyers say he was singled out, received inferior treatment, and was not protected by the institution. The prince has cited several reasons to back his case, including a 2020 Al-Qaeda assassination attempt, neo-Nazi threats, and paparazzi car chases. Harry has also said he wants his children, Prince Archie 5 and Princess Lilibet 3, to feel safe at home when in the UK.
The man needs protection. They didn't protect his mother.
Brits are split.
To what extent do you support Prince Harry's legal action?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. The man's got a right to defend himself and his family.
Oh, certainly not. No, not at all. No, he's over in the States. He's chosen another life. He needs to, he's deserted this country, and so he doesn't deserve anything from it, really. That might be found a bit strong, but that's what we feel.
And if Harry wins his appeal, the Duke and his family might be traveling more from the United States to here in the United Kingdom. He said security is the reason for their move to Montecito. After all, the court's decision, we're told, will be issued at a later date.
Well, King Charles and Queen Camilla have just completed their first full day of engagements on their state visit to Italy, but their visit has been overshadowed by Prince Harry's arrival and a London court. The Duke of Sussex is trying to win back the special protections he and his family lost 5 years ago when he and Meghan stepped back from royal duties. Prince's lawyers argue that as Prince, he inherited a security risk for life at birth, and that the current arrangement with a Home Office decides his security is inadequate, and instead he needs the full protection that working members of the royal family currently receive when he's in the UK. And it's those royal duties that King Charles and Queen Camilla were busy carrying out today. Firstly, they went to the Quirinale Palace in Italy, meeting Italy's president before British Red Arrow jets, and Italy's equivalent, the Fecce Tricolore, did a flyover of Rome, symbolising the military unity between both nations. From there, King Charles went to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and laid a wreath before the royal couple visited the Colosseum. And the Welsh Guards, alongside an Italian infantry band, played a series of songs really underscoring the theme of unity they're trying to build between both nations, the very same unity the royal family is in dire need of. For more, follow us here and watch the news tonight at 6 o'clock.
This is the King's son using the King's court to sue the King's minister. Yes. Constitutionally, this is pretty rum, isn't it? Can you think of a previous historic example?
It's unprecedented. That word's often used with regards to Harry, but I do think he's shone his light into a bunch of nettles that we never go to. Why don't we even know how much royal security costs us? And by the way, if you put in a freedom of information, you won't get a result from it because they say that would be to imperil the people they're protecting. But the truth is, let's be honest, the Duke of Gloucester on a Sunday afternoon opening, I don't know, a leisure pool in Grimsby, or even, dare I say it, the Duchess of Edinburgh rocking up to the National Memorial Arboretum and doing a very good job. I refuse to believe that they are more in need of security than Prince Harry is. They
don't get it.
They do. I'm sorry, they do get. Royals, when they're working, do get security.
If they're doing specific events,
yes,
there are security around the events. But you can see the Duke of Kent walking up St James's Street by himself.
Yes.
There isn't this.
And when they're working is the critical word there, because Harry has stepped back from all of his frontline royal duties. Huh?
But once a prince, always a prince. You can't actually unpick
He's a prince emeritus.
Well, but both of you presumably believe in hereditary monarchy, and if you believe in hereditary monarchy, you've got to bear the cost.
Comes with the duty of service.
But that is so disingenuous to string it like that.
Prince Harry feared for his life, exhausted, and felt trapped in the UK because of his security being stripped. He genuinely felt like his life was going to be taken, or his wife's life was. He has said he has been exhausted by his lengthy legal battle, and according to the Daily Telegraph, Harry believes that his UK security was removed to force him back into Britain and establish life here, but also forced to stay here with his wife. Harry does not feel safe when visiting the UK with his children, and I definitely believe that the stripping of his security was to force him to not only stay in the UK, but they definitely would have gotten rid of either his or probably his wife's life, and I absolutely believe that there was some corrupt kind of agenda behind that. Therefore, that is why his protection was stripped. That's why this man fears for his life. That's why Meghan fears for her life, and that's why they wanted to get out of the UK as soon as possible. The place that Harry grew up in, he does not feel safe in. What does that tell you about this place? They definitely were trying to take that man's life or his wife's life, which I probably believe, probably her life, and replace her with somebody else. And that was the kind of agenda, and he knew that he had to simply get out.
I have very strong opinions about this, whether or not Prince Harry should be getting security or not. And before I get any British people saying, why do you have an opinion about this? You're American. I'm a British American. My mom's British, okay? She was born there. So essentially there's this argument right now in the British public of whether or not Prince Harry should get security or not. He should. One of the main arguments that I see against him getting like state-funded security basically is that, well, he's not a serving royal anymore, so why should we have to pay for his security? I find this argument to be utterly ridiculous. Prince Harry did not choose to be born in the set of circumstances that would require him to have security for the rest of his life. regardless of whether he's serving the royal family. Like, y'all in England, I guess my ancestors too, y'all fucking decided, y'all made a decision as a society to keep the royal family even after you had a democracy. So you decided as a society to give all of this recognition and power to one family. You decided to have a system in which people are born into without consent, where they would be one of the most famous people in the world. They did not get a choice in that. You did. Maybe not you as an individual, but you as an entire society, yes. So in my opinion, you do not get to say, well, that royal family member isn't doing what I want them to do, so we shouldn't have to pay for their protection. Yes, you should. I don't give a fuck what they're doing. You have to pay for their protection because you decided to put them in a position where they would need protection because they were born one of the most famous people in the world simply because they were born a British royal. You, Brits, decided to have a British royal family. You do not get to decide what these people do with their fucking lives, especially when they're not even in line to the throne. Like, they're not, like, shut up. If you have a problem with paying for Harry's security detail, then you better be a fucking Republican. For my Americans who just got confused, Republicanism is anti-monarchism in the UK. So, if you are arguing that Harry should not get security detail, you better be a Republican. And if you are a Republican arguing that Harry should not be getting security detail, you better be bringing that to the main argument of, okay, yeah, if you have a problem with paying for Harry's detail because you don't like what he's doing, why should we be paying for the whole freaking royal family? I bet you can guess, because I am American and very much a Republican when it comes to UK politics. I'm a leftist. But from where I'm seeing it right now, the Republicanism is not, winning the day. The monarchy is still there. Right? People are still being born into the system without consent, without understanding how it's going to impact their lives, without any choice. Right. That's a decision that British society is making for them. Right. So, every single member born into the royal family should have a security detail, regardless. Except maybe Prince Andrew. No security for pedophiles. So to all these British royalists who are mad at Harry for living life in a way that you don't agree with, you can suck my left ass cheek. If you're so pressed about your taxpayer money going to the royal family in a way that you don't like, maybe you should be a Republican. Because you don't get to decide that a whole ass family is going to be put on this pedestal and treated a certain way and have their lives put in danger. And then when a member of that family decides to live the life he wants to live, you get mad and say you don't want to protect him anymore. That's fucked. Not to mention that it's a super similar situation to his fucking mother, which is so supremely fucked. It's so supremely fucked. And they're all in these British royals. Don't mention Diana. Yeah, because you know how fucked that is. Everyone loves Diana. And you know how fucked that is. You understand how fucked that is when we make that comparison. Because I see people, who's gonna hurt Harry? He's mostly concerned about his wife and kids. And, there's people who, they're not just out to kill royal family members, but to stalk them. And to get photos of them to sell them. There's a lot of ways that these people can be put in danger. And their privacy. Privacy. Even if it's not just safety, they deserve privacy. They didn't choose this life. Maybe Meghan did. But not Harry, not the kids. Yo. That's just my 2 cents.
And while I never expected that we would be here in 2025, from one soldier to another, I also promise you this. So long as our brothers and sisters are striving to heal and grow, the games will go on. So long as there are those around the world who view you with sympathy rather than admiration and respect, the games will go on. And so long as the challenges around us demand it and require it, the games will go on. Bring on Invictus Games, Birmingham 2027. You guys have permission to party. Thank you.
Prince Harry wants his security detail back when he goes back home to the UK. He's serious enough about it that he is court appealing to officials. His lawyers told an appeals court the prince was treated unfairly when his government-funded protection was stripped away in 2020. That's when he stepped down as a working member of the royal family. It's also when he moved his family to the U.S. Prince Harry argues he and his family need security while in Britain because of hostility aimed at him and his wife, Meghan Markle's Sussex.
I'd love to know who the heck at the Daily Express is writing this utter nonsense. Meghan and Harry, bitterly jealous of William and Kate as Duke, wanted to be king. Like, are they high? Harry has gone on record multiple times before Meghan was even in the picture, saying that he thought about stepping down as a working royal on various occasions, but he didn't because he felt obligated to stay. And it wasn't until Meghan came along and her life was being threatened and the life of his child was being threatened that he said, wait a minute, like I should actually do that thing I've been wanting to do my entire freaking life. And if you don't believe me, you can fact check that. There's video evidence out there of him saying those things. So I don't know how anyone could listen to a single word that he says and think, oh, yeah, he's just jealous and wanted to be king. He's also gone on record saying that his dad and his brother are trapped in this institution because they were and are set to be king, and that they don't really get the freedom to choose the life that they create for themselves. That life was dictated the moment they were born. So nothing that Harry has ever said would make anyone with any sort of comprehension skills think that, yeah, he's jealous and wants to be king. What's even more shocking is not that people write this, but there are actually people out there who fully believe it. Like, what is wrong with you? Instead of listening to the Daily Express and the Daily Mail and all of these tabloids who like to create their own narrative about Harry and Meghan, I don't know, maybe listen to the first-hand source, maybe listen to Harry and Meghan and see what they have to say instead of creating your judgments based off the tabloids and their narrative.
Oh, how the tables are turning real quick, right? Hey, everyone, it's me, Duchess D from AZ, just checking in with you guys. Work has been really crazy, so I've been off on my posts, but let's get at it. All right. So you know you've made it big. I say Harry is king above all kings. I was getting caught up on my TikToks, and the latest is that they're doing the stories where Harry and Meghan always take the top stories. And if you know anything about media or advertising, is that they do two things. They have hit pieces at the very beginning to just get people's attention, and then they save the biggest stories for the end so that they can keep them in between. So they were doing a story, they were talking about Harry and his court case. Y'all, all Harry is asking for is the proper level of security that is needed for him and his family as a result of the assault, of the assassination campaign that the Crown placed on the Sussexes using their media as well as investigators. So to request a higher level of security or security that aligns appropriately with the risk that they face on the daily, in this case specific to the UK, I think it's warranted. The world is watching because it's more than just the security from Harry's perspective. Harry and Meghan, the Sussex brand, is revenue generating. They attract people. And during a time of crises, you would want a popular person coming to your country, which would excite and attract folks and revive some stores and offices with revenue. in granting Harry's family the proper security means that they will be able to come and do business and interact with the people while doing business in the United Kingdom. The security has nothing to do with whether or not they plan on visiting the abusers of the Epstein crown. That's a separate conversation. Harry is a conglomerate. He's corporate. He's a businessman. He has things he has to get done. He has things to plan. If Invictus is going to be in the United Kingdom in 2027, Harry needs to be here, right? We know we can have the conversation about Meghan not stepping foot in the United Kingdom. That's a choice, and that's one that we support based on what we've seen. End of it. But those are the stories. And then it goes into a little blip of King Charles and his visits, when those are the stories. What Charles is doing with his political visits are probably the most interesting to the country. But since he's playing into politics on a global scale, that should be headlines. I mean, Rachel Maddow should do something on Charles and the navigation of what he's playing. Because these are not photo ops that Charles is doing. Charles is doing some real business with real people across the globe. Right? And then they come back and they do a story about the Chinese spy and Andrew, and they're trying to skip over that, or they have to say it, but let's just kind of bring it in the covers. Of course, then they have to attack Meghan's spread, right? And the reality is that they can have any comments they have. They were not the targeted audience. It was not shipped to their country. And the fact that they paid, right, just goes to show you the means in which Harry needs the security that he does. The obsession and the mental health crisis of this obsession, to the point where it's now scary with one gal, you know, and I was mistaken. I said there were 3. There were 4. We have 4 examples as to why Harry needs the highest level of security that diplomats receive. Because we have proof of what happens when you mess with the royal mafia. There is Diana. There is Epstein. There is Andrew's victim. And there's the Kingston suicide. But that's not what I want to talk about. So you're listening to the news sources, and we know how we feel about the United Kingdom and their news source. But when they were going into the conversation about Charles, they said Harry's father, King Charles. That hits different. It's not Charles with his own, King Charles of the United Kingdom, standing on his own. Harry's father, King Charles. They need those SEOs. Harry's brother, the future King of England, William. Kate Middleton, the future Harry's, sister-in-law, future Queen of England. I'm sitting here smiling, but these are on their network news as they're leading into a story about the King of England. They introduce him as Harry's father, King Charles. Right? That's powerful. All right. So for my spiritual folks, you guys, we got to keep those candles going. So we know that he's done his job. He's met. He was in court. My candles burn dark. So that means that it's an uphill battle. So let's keep them going. We know that it'll be a little bit before we hear back from them. And whatever the outcome is, guys, whatever the outcome is, says everything that we need to know. We will have our comments and our opinions, and we don't need to rehash all the receipts because we have them. The country is making a statement with how they respond. And not only does the statement, the globe is watching. Because Harry is speaking on behalf of many people. He is not doing this for self-serving reasons. But this case sets legal precedents. And the result of this case impact other folks. The politics about the case is going to be tied to the media and their role in placing Harry and his family at risk as a result of their behavior not being checked. The media, the United Kingdom propaganda media, paid by the elites, as we discussed, are the reason why Harry is in court. But we thank our blessings that Harry is in court. We thank our blessings that Harry is physically alive and able to speak on behalf of millions. We are thankful that he received approval for his appeal to be heard. We're watching in America as we start dismantling in some areas. But we're watching because they impact. This is a governmental body. This is not Twinkle Toes, Harry's grievance with his family. This has nothing to do, how could you say, it has nothing to do with the crown and everything with the crown. Harry getting approval for the proper level of security opens the doors for his children and his family to travel safely, especially because of the time that Harry wants to share with them about his country. Let's go for a win.
Is Prince Harry valid in the hood?
That's the one that left?
Yeah, he's dating a black girl.
Sort of, he kind of get a pass.
What, do you trade places with him or?
That's a tough question.
That's a tough question.
Oh no, for the riches I might do it.
I might do it too.
Hell yeah, money rule the world.
And he's a prince.
Exactly.
You kind of want to do a happy dance for your products and send them out the window because that happy energy is going to land in someone's kitchen counter and you want that for them.
Launching a business, it can be so overwhelming. For example, a month ago, I was absolutely consumed with packaging. Boxes. That's all I could think about. And I would sit there doing the unboxing in my head. Is there tissue paper? What about the packing peanuts? But they're biodegradable. And where does the sticker go? And hold on, and what size the box is going to be? And no, that's not going to fit all the SKUs.
Kind of just shake it off.
Yeah, and to infuse the joy into it.
Just
go back to the why. The why of it all was always in the spirit of sharing something that I love.
I know people are going to beg for a Meghan reunion. Any chance of that?
You know, you never know. I wouldn't, I say never say never.
Yeah. But she is, again, she has her own show on Netflix with Love Meghan. She's doing amazing in this lifestyle space. Have you had a chance to check it out yet?
No, I haven't. But, you know, all good things for Meghan. I hope she's doing great.
Any more people that we can recruit?
Well, we do know that Rick Hoffman's coming back. And I think fans are going to love that. You know, Patrick and Sarah have mentioned that they would love to come back. And I'm sure at some point I'm sure that
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. I don't like cars moving before me like crazy. And a good thing it's Toyota. I thought it was Tesla. I don't like those Teslas anymore because I do not like the owner of the maker of the whatever. I do not want no Tesla around here. Just drive your Toyota and be happy. So guys, I have some thoughts, and that's why I want y'all guys to sit down there and share my videos. Share this video so it could reach Princess Meghan success, so it could also reach Prince Harry of success. Guys, we all know where this guy is from. Charlie Boy, Harry's father. This guy has the DNA of people who have been doing wrong to the humanity. And for proof, for the people who are not aware how much damage these people did, that monarchy of the UK did on this planet, just hit Google. And if you're black, if you have a little bit of African DNA in you, you should be concerned about this monarchy's treatment of Prince Harry. You know why he's being treated like that? Because he married a black girl. That's the only mistake that he ever done. And in these people's head, no person from their family was going to marry an outsider, unless again an outsider with a black mother. No. That was a big no to that monarchy. And that's why this Charlie Boy, that dude is gonna go meet with his maker. He will never see his grandbabies. Prince Harry's children. It's obvious. He knew in few more, I read from somebody, because I'm not really sure if the information is really real. One of them queens did leave some message down here on one of left a comment under one of my videos, stating that Charlie Boy went to visit the court where Prince Harry was having court about these security issues. So Charlie Boy went and met with those people. He visited those people. I don't know if that's really significant with anything, because if Charlie Boy wanna call those people in his office, he has the right to do it, because guess what? The seal in those courts belong to Charlie Boy. They used to belong to his mama before. And right now, Charlie Boy is Charles III, the king of that monarchy. Yeah, let me show you a little lake. There's a little lake on this road here. It looks really cute. See, I love water. Can you see it? Yeah, it's sunny in Colorado today. So yeah, Charlie Boy is their king, and they seal in all those legal places. Even though y'all do say those people do not have political power, but I tell you, according to those people's constitution, try to read some of them, Charlie Boy actually has lots of power. And you know, those judges, they swear everything in the name of Charlie Boy. I tell you that. They swear in the name of that motherfucker. And that motherfucker is their boss. What are you expecting? You expecting them to turn against their own king? Well, let's hope so. If those people have the Republican spirit, and if they are truthful people with integrity, with dignity, they will stand up against Charlie Boy. But I am not sure if that's gonna be possible, because this Charlie Boy's descendants tricked the entire world and did what they did to the world. They went down there in Africa, colonized all our ancestors, and they took our ancestors, sold them in Caribbean, sold them in America, sold them every single where around the planet. Okay, so those people, they have no humanity in them, and they do not care about black race. And if you are one of theirs and you associate with black people, you are therefore also considered to be black, and you are considered to be a traitor. And that's why they will never forgive Prince Harry. And if I was Prince Harry, I'm telling you, I would clean this father from my damn head. And when he goes to meet the Duke of Edinburgh with Lizzie down there in that Abbey church, I wouldn't even show up if that was me. I'm just saying, that's just how I function. Yeah. If I have a family member who does not like my family, doesn't like my children, doesn't like my wife, I don't care if you're my mother. You do not want my happiness. And but you know what? I think probably Prince Harry is also over it, because of what this dude with this queen escort. That bitch, you know what these people did to Prince Harry's mother? I'm telling you, that kid is very traumatized, and I'm very sure that he does not care about those people both. But I don't know why he is wanting to get all those security from those people. One thing I would just suggest to you, my brother-in-law, try to look for some kind of some people who have integrity in that country, who can provide you with security. Because, you know, sometimes when you have those kind of monarchy, you have the Republicans who do not like that monarchy. You could look for friendship with those people, with those associations, and look for protection via them, and leave this monarchy alone. Because we've seen lots of dirty stuff happening from people like with this kind of terrible bloody power, like that of your father. You need to look for that protection somewhere else. Because remember, that Gandhi guy who killed him, who unalived him. Yes. So, you know, those bodyguards, sometimes I don't trust a lot of them. One thing I would suggest for you, brother-in-law, Prince Harry, you look for some people. Look for private Republicans to protect you. Because those bodyguards from those people, and we all know, you are not asking for their taxpayers to come to pay for anything for you and your family. You have enough money to take care of your family. You are very independent, have been since you were very little. Okay? Look for private people. Look for private security. And the people do have a right to bear arms when they own those security agencies in lots of multiple countries. Stop fighting with this guy. This guy is petty. This guy has a low self-esteem, and this guy, because you are so popular around the world, guess what? That intimidates him, and that pisses him off. You know why he did what he did to your mother? Because your mother was so popular and loved by the world. Okay? And he is not. Nope, he is not. He be hanging out with a queen escort. Damn, they look horrible. It looks like all those two people are really close to going to meet with the Duke of Edinburgh and Lizzie. Yeah, it looks like they're very close, both of them. It does. They don't. I saw them pictures. I saw them pictures in what do you call it? In the Vatican. In that place where they went. I don't know if it's some other part of Vatican of Italy, but it's somewhere there. Or it's in Vatican, or it's other part of Italy. I don't know, because I don't be paying lots of attention about that guy, because I don't like his face. I don't like anything about him. I don't know how the queen of people's heart went to hang out with that dude. That dude looked terrible. You know? Yeah, they look at that dude face, and the dude sausage fingers. That dude got some issues. That dude just, the department of the looks, he actually definitely came late. He is like actually Sophie Sambuca. That Sambuca lady with Charlie Boy. Damn, do you remember that Charlie Boy's daddy? That daddy, the Edinburgh guy, used to look really cute. That guy was so handsome. And where Charlie Boy came from? Remember Lizzie's daddy? That Lizzie's daddy looked like a Princess Margaret. That guy was handsome too. They look good. And all those Charlie Boys, they probably went on those Boys Line family. Those people, they be looking twisted a little bit. And that motherfucker look twisted. He looked twisted. My God, please help me. God, please help me. My mouth. I be squatties. Are y'all guys praying for me? I tell you, my mouth be getting me in trouble. I told you guys to keep praying for me, because oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I didn't mean to say that, but you know the Department of Good Looks, Lizzie and Charlie Boy, those people were on different departments. And if you look at that, yeah, you know when God sat down there, that was like a Friday. It was a Friday around 2 p.m. So God was like, damn, Charlie Boy, you and your mama, y'all came a little bit late. Yeah, I was just done the morning. I was done with your daddy's face. I made him looking all straightened up and everything. And Charlie Boy, I was just a little bit tired, bro. You know, you came Friday afternoon. You and Sophie Sambuca were on the same lane when those clays started drying up. When I was making all the beauty on her out here. I just couldn't throw those clay on you and Sophie Sambuca. That's why y'all guys be twisted like my phone. Oh my goodness. Squaddies, please pray for my mouth. Please pray for me. Woo! I need some fan to cool my mouth out, because I tell you. So, that Charlie Boy, listen, Prince Harry, leave that my phone alone. Don't even go to that country. Actually, cancel that Invictus from that country. Go to other place. Take the Invictus game to other countries. How about choosing Chicago or something? What's going on? How about choosing somewhere around here in the United States of America? Oh gosh, we're looking for snow. Yeah, well, we're looking for snow actually. I don't know if there's lots of snow in Chicago. I know people do call Chicago like a wind city. I don't know much about that snow stuff. Or maybe guess what? You better pick Colorado. Because here we don't be disappointed with that snow. We got snow everywhere. You know that Aspen? Yes, I saw you kind of learned the Invictus part of Invictus conception was conceived in Colorado. That's my city, my state. I said my city. That's my state. So you need need to come back here to Colorado because we got snow everywhere, brother. And you changed that date from Manchester to Colorado, and you gonna go up there to Aspen. Yeah, that's where all them rich people be going. That's where all them rich people be going to ski. Yes, we have all those beautiful ski resorts, all those good stuff. So you need to change from that Manchester to Colorado, okay? To Aspen, Colorado. And if you do not want to go to Aspen, Colorado, go to Steamboat, Colorado. Guess what? It's gonna bring money in my state. It's gonna do good stuff. And guess what? We are blue Democrats down here. That's gonna be a blessing. You know, yeah, we're gonna earn all those money, and guess what? Weed is illegal, and all those people, they love to smoke weed and they like to come to Colorado. Lots of them move to Colorado nowadays. So I'm just letting you know. So if you bring that Invictus Games here, we're gonna be happy and we're gonna be celebrating, and people gonna buy more weed, and guess what? Our state gonna get more money. I'm just saying. So squatties, please share this video, okay? Because I want this video to reach the Duke of Sussex, and also the Duchess of Sussex, Duchess Meghan Sussex, okay? Yes, so y'all please share this video. Now I'm gonna focus on my driving, and I'm gonna talk to y'all guys again. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to y'all guys again tomorrow. I love you, my family. I love you very much. And please share my videos, okay? Share this video so we could reach people up there on TikTok and Facebook and everywhere. So the Dutchies could also watch my videos, so they could take my advice and start breaking up from those mean people. Those people have a history of unaliving people. They have a history of doing all the wrong stuff on this planet, okay? We can't just keep watching them like that and watch our faves putting themselves into that danger, because guess what? Charlie Boy got power. Charlie Boy is the head of states for to many countries in Commonwealth. Okay, that guy is running the world, brother. Yes. So please go to Isabella Beck's channel. That's my Queen Weezy's channel. Please let's get this sister to 10,000 subscribers, and also let's go to my brother Baron. That's the Royal Success. Let's bless the brother and get the 100,000 subscribers on the brother's channel, so we could get my brother that silver plate, and let's get more views on my channel, and go to all the success friendly channels, share their videos, so we could bring all the little tiny channels to 10,000 subscribers at least, and share their videos. And I'm gonna talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye bye.